Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, before we get started, we're going to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, V'chakwadash. Hey, double honors to the pastors and elders of Great Millstone who teaching well and peace and love to the elect of the nation of Israel. Hey, with the GMS Memphis camp, on the brother Anah.
Hey, you know Allah.
Yeah, and you come back again through the spirit power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, with another lesson. Pretty much the lessons you're going to plagues. You know, the Most High send the plagues upon the whole world. And these plagues, once it finally come over at Babylon the Great, there's no stopping it, man. You know, because we seen all the earthquakes, the floods happening throughout the world. These are all plagues, man. And also what signs of the Lord's second coming. So as you go grab some precepts, let the scriptures do the talking. I'll watch this out, this lesson be edifying to the elect. So we're going to start with the 2nd Ezra 15, verse 1.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, starting at verse 1.
Yep.
It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people."
Wait, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. My people is being the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And wherever his people, the Israelites, been scattered to due to the curses, whose spirit goes back to Israelite. We are to speak what into their ears. Go ahead.
It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy."
Right, the words of prophecy, which is what to say before. And what's the testimony of Yahweh Shai? Let me get Revelation 19:10. Let's jump there real quick. Because it's all about prophecy, man. You know, we're still in biblical times, so whether you believe it or not, man. Go ahead.
This is Revelations 19:10. And it says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not."
Right, because we don't worship angels. The only angel we worship is the chief angel, Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
It says, "See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant."
Right, so the angel telling John, you know, don't worship me, get up. You know, and he's going to explain it to him. Go ahead.
It says, "I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren
Yep.
that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
Go ahead.
Worship the Most High.
Yep.
For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy."
Right, it is the spirit of prophecy. And that's all we ought to do, to speak in the ears of the little people. Prophecy, man, was to say before. What's some of the prophecy? Hey, Revelation 13 and 16, that's the main one. The hour of temptation, Revelation 3 and 10, which is being the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast, man. They're going to be made mandatory in due time. And I'm not giving that medical advice. We got to say those things. But if you take that, you're going to be part of the second death. That's prophecy. The Lord coming back. We blowing that trumpet. That's prophecy, man. A time like no other. Jacob trouble. That's prophecy, man. You know, here it is over here. It was just a shootout, man. And it's only going to get worse from there. Because imagine no police sound coming in the rescue, man. It's just going to be a dog-eat-dog world. Go back to that 2nd Ezra.
So this is back in 2nd Ezra 15.
Read 1 again.
Verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I shall put in thy mouth, saith the Lord."
Yeah, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, man. Because these are not our words. You know, these are the words of the Heavenly Father, man, through his only begotten Son, who he's using the service to speak to you, man. Can we get Ezekiel 3 and 17? If you got a precept, we can get it. But like it also said, what's that, Matthew 10 and 20? "For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father is speaking in you." So these the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. You know?
This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Go ahead.
Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me."
And give them warning from me. Now, can we get Hosea 12 and 10 in the NLT? You know, because we ought to give you warning. Jeremiah 28 and 8. You know?
Hosea 3.
12 and 10.
It's like. This is Hosea chapter 12 and verse 10. In the NLT, it reads, "I sent my prophets to warn you."
Why, I sent my prophets to warn you, man. That's plain. You know? Go ahead.
"I sent my prophets to warn you with many visions and parables."
Yep, that's it. And this Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. You want to speak on it?
Yeah, that was the spirit, because that's what I wanted to get, man. And that's what we see, man, of evil coming, and more pestilence coming, man.
Yeah.
All right, the so-called, 19 was around, but it's more places gonna be even worse than that, man.
Yep.
It's gonna come. Even the great main plague, what, them thermonuclear missiles, man, that's gonna kill 2/3 of our people too. For what? Not hearkening to the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that the prophets were speaking.
Yep, and not just 2/3, all the sinners of the Lord. All the ones that ain't right, especially, you take the Sea Hill here in Babylon the Great, man.
Man, that's right.
So, right, man. Then what it said, war, Revelation 11:14, that third war come quickly.
Man.
So that's what we prophesying about.
Right.
Of great kingdoms, Babylon the Great, aka America, being destroyed. But let's get back to the second Esdras, man.
So this is back in 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, picking up at verse 2. And it says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Right, they are faithful and true, these scriptures. Go ahead.
Verse 3, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Right, their unbelief. Because, people still don't believe, man. They believe in their silver, they believe in their money, but they don't believe in the true God of the Bible. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was being Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai. Don't believe in these prophecies, man.
That's right.
But, like it says, Ezekiel 33 and 33, then should be known a prophet had been among them. Let's get it.
Verse 4, and it says, finishing off verse 3, it says, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
And that's the whole point. All the unfaithful going to die in their unfaithfulness, man, because you been warned. And Scripture says you shall have no cloak for your sin. No excuses when the Lord comes back. So whether you believe it or not, these words are faithful and true.
That's right.
Keep going.
Verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, I will bring plagues upon the world.
So this does said the Lord, who the word ignorantly called Jesus, his true name Yahweh Shai. Who the word ignorantly called God Jehovah, his true name is Yahweh, the Most High. He exists. And our true name of our Lord and Savior is Yahweh Shai. He is the Savior, man, the deliverer of the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. So he said, well, I'm going to be plagues upon the world, man. Plagues.
And it says, verse 5, it says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword.
The sword. And the sword is, twofold. Esau, Edom. Most High whoop and stick onto the nation of Israel. That's why King David said that prayer in Psalms, the 17th chapter, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is that sword. Also what? The main sword, no misses, man. My sword should be bathed unto heaven, should come down upon Idumea. Right? So this is what the Lord said he bringing.
Right.
Plagues. That's just one of them. Go ahead.
And it says, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine.
Famine is coming. Hey, real quick. This just came to my spirit. Let me see, can I find that junk? I want to say Ezekiel, the 4th chapter. Let me see, can I jump there? Daniel. No, you can speak.
Yeah, because, famine is coming, man. A great famine, man. A famine of what? Also of not hearing his word. All right, and a famine of lack of food, man. Cause shit, what it said last year, how we was America was on working on last year's supply of food, man, of importing and exporting in these countries. They not fucking with Babylon the Great no more, man. So shit, and all they want to do is grow these GMO foods, man. So shit, ain't nothing prospering really over here.
I know, really prospering, because some of American food is banned in other countries, man. That should tell you something, man.
Yep.
And it's good to say what? That should hate the whore.
Yep.
So this is Ezekiel 4 and 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they should drink water by measure and with astonishment, man. Let's get that in the NLT. It said that they may want bread and water and be astonished one with another and consume away for their iniquity, because it all goes back to your sin. So the Lord said He's going to break the staff of bread, man. And once again, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So we seen the staff of bread been slowly but surely breaking away now. The Lord is breaking that away now, man. You know, food shortages. Ezekiel on 4:16. Yep.
So like I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, you good, huh? You good.
This is Ezekiel chapter 4:16 in the NLT. It says this. Then he told me, son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem.
Come on, go ahead.
Yep, and scarce going to few.
Yeah.
Few, so hey, woo, man. In Jerusalem, it will be waited out in great care and eaten fearfully.
Fearfully, like, damn, man, if I eat all this, what I'm gonna eat for the next day? See, it's the man of the Lord. The Lord told us what we live for today. Yeah. Tomorrow got enough of it was. Well, for the facing, man. Man should not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. We ain't gonna be like that, man. Cause we ask the Lord, give us this day our daily bread, man. We ain't worrying about the next day. Go ahead.
And it says, food very scarce in Jerusalem. It will be weighed out in great care and eaten fearfully. The water will be rationed out.
The water be rationed out.
Drop by drop.
Drop by drop.
Woo.
You know, you seen movies. I forgot this TV series I used to watch. Colonizer, The Calling, something to that effect. It was something like that. How they're pretty much going through lockdown, martial law. They had drones controlling the city. That's exactly how it's gonna be, man. You know? And we see Esau come out with these AI robots. We seen in the football games freaking people out. So it's only gonna get worse, man. Is it on that?
Nah, it says the water will be rationed out drop by drop, and the people will drink it with dismay. With dismay,
yep. So I'm gonna jump to Ezekiel 5:16. When I shall send upon them, let's get that in NOT too.
Okay.
Ezekiel 5:16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which should be for their destruction, right? It's gonna be for your destruction. And real quick, can we get their limitations? You know what I want? Those that be slain with hunger, right? I want to say 4:9, I believe.
Yeah, with hunger, yep, the pain is striking through, yep. This is Lamentations 4 and verse 9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
Meaning what? It's better for you to die by the bullet, to get shot in the head, you know, than for you to what? To die of starvation. Because when you pretty much are starving, you know, your inside in you know, from the inside out. So this is what the scripture saying here. Better than they, that they be slain with the sword, you know.
It say they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pains away striking through for want of the fruits of the field.
Yeah, so going back to that Ezekiel, mosquito tag, man. Let me finish. Ezekiel 5:16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which should be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your stuff of bread. So I send upon you famine and evil beasts, and that shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. Our Lord has spoken it. Right, our Lord has spoken it, which we're going to get back into that 2nd Ezra 15th chapter. We're going to get this in the NLT, man.
This is Ezekiel 5:16 in the NLT. It says, I will shower you with the deadly arrows of famine to destroy you. The famine will become more and more severe until every crumb of food is gone.
Man, this it, bro. This is what the Lord said he doing, man. Of course, you know, it happened in that time, but guess what's going to happen again this time, man? A time like no other's coming. But what? He said his servants should eat, but you should be hungry. His servants should drink, but you should be thirsty.
That's right.
You know? Go ahead.
Verse 17, and along with the famine, wild animals will attack you.
Because that's what the Lord is bringing. You read Jeremiah 15:2. Some up to death, some up to famine to famine, some up to captivity to captivity. Now I want to say the next verse, beasts, wild animals. This is what the Lord's bringing. Because what? It's a zoo in almost every city. So when those cities, you know, unleash those zoo animals, it's over with, man. Just like it went down in London, I believe, or the UK. You had lions walking the street. And most of these animals were what? Hunting in the night. You know?
Come.
Let's finish it.
It says, verse 17, and along, it's Ezekiel 5 and 17, and along with the famine, wild animals will attack you and rob you of your children.
Yep.
Woo, diseases and war will stalk your land.
Diseases and war will stalk your land.
Man.
Some more pestilence. It don't end with the 19. You know, in which they talking about, in which they saying it's coming back.
Yeah.
More mask mandates, which we not giving out medical advice, but this is what they saying. Go ahead.
It says disease and war will stalk your land. Man, and it says war.
War.
Because war, that's what's coming to America, man.
War like arts, martial law.
Woo! And it says will stalk your land, and I will bring the sword of the enemy against you. I, the Lord, have spoken.
Yeah, because we said that should be like madman spearing none.
Yep.
The enemy should come down like a flood.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Revelation 12 and 12.
Yeah.
So that's the point. Let's get back to that second Ezra 15.
Come, I got a precept real
Let's
quick.
get it. Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 39 and verse 28. It says there be spirits that are created for vengeance,
Yep.
which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
You want to speak on it?
Yeah, I mean it's plain because the Lord has created all these things that you see, man. Even the situation that just happened over here, man, the Lord had created that spirit upon that person to create this echo shoe and put on the spirits that had gone to police chase, just like it's gonna be spirits that the Lord had put on this earth, man, to put it even in these beasts, because it's gonna say that, man, even put in these beasts to what? To tear into you and to even devour your children, man. The Lord do all this, man. He always say he created good and evil.
Yep.
And it, verse 29 says, fire, hail, and famine, and death. All these was created for vengeance,
For
man.
vengeance.
Come on, man. Good.
Vengeance, man.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Verse 30, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction, man.
That's it, man.
That's it.
That's plain,
That's
bro.
plain right there.
Yep.
Yeah, come. So I get that back in 2nd Ezra 15.
You read 5.
Yeah, come. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
This is what's coming upon the whole world, man. Now let's jump to that Amos 3 and 6.
This is Amos chapter 3, starting at verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Mm-hmm.
Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai have not done it?
And that's the question. Should there be evil in the city and the Lord had not done it? You look at all the car accidents that happened, the situation that went down Morocco, the earthquakes, the flooding that happened, all these things that happening. You want who doing it?
Man, over not to cut you off, but just say 2,000 earthquake was in this month.
And the month just started.
And the month just started, man.
So
Woo.
that's the question. So let's get that Isaiah 45 and 7. Should there be evil in the city and the Lord had not done it, man? Because a lot of times, you know, when you see like storms and stuff, a lot of times what they say, this was an act of God. Right?
Yep, this is Isaiah 45 and 7. It says, I form the light and create darkness.
I form the light and create darkness.
I make peace and create evil.
I make peace and create what?
Evil.
Evil, which is what? Bad times. Go ahead.
I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things.
I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things, man. So you can't blame no one. All of it goes back to Yahweh, man. He is, man. Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Let's get that NLT.
All right.
Because you can't say it's Satan. You know, Satan's just an angel. On the left hand side, you read the book of Job, the first chapter and the second chapter, man. You know?
This is Isaiah 45 and 17. Isaiah 45 and verse 7 in the NLT.
Yep.
It says, I create the light and make the darkness. I send good times and bad times.
I seen good times and bad times. So ask yourself, what time you think the Lord about to bring upon this earth? Bad times.
Yep.
You know, I know peace is coming.
Mm.
All these false pastors and leaders that telling you peace is coming, no such thing as Jacob trouble, they lying.
Yep.
Cause we telling you the only way peace can come is through war.
Yep.
Which Revelation 19:11. And righteousness he do judge and make war. If you want peace, what does it say? Prepare for war. Parabellum in the Latin.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So before peace can come, war gotta happen.
That's right.
And this piece of, let me see, can I find it? Isaiah 48:22. There's no peace, said the Lord, unto the wicked.
Mm.
So when they should say peace and safety, the sudden destruction come upon them.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So let's finish.
Finishing off Isaiah 45:7 in the NLT. I create the light and make the darkness.
Mhm.
I send good times and bad times. I, the Lord, am the one who do these things.
It's the Lord that is the one do these things. So all the earthquakes that happen around the world, the volcanoes, the Mari situation with the wildfires and the flooding, the tornadoes, the tempests. Ooh, Isaiah 29:6.
Yep, come.
You know?
Right. This is Isaiah chapter 29 in verse 6. It says, thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of a devouring fire.
So you can't blame nobody. You can't say the same, you know.
Mm.
You can put on Esau. Hey man, the Lord control everything. He said he ruling the kingdom of man.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
Esau got lazy, but guess what? The Most High controlling this nigga, man.
Yep.
It's the Lord is the one that control a lot of things, man. Give him his credit, man.
Right. I get that in Second Esdras.
Yeah, let's jump to Second Ezra. We get ready to wrap it up too.
Okay.
Second Ezra 16 and
Verse 28.
let's start at 5.
Okay, come. This is Second Esdras.
Man, that mosquito, man.
Yeah, come. The Second Esdras 16, starting at verse 5. It says, plagues. Oh, let me start at verse 4. It say, a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?
Mm-hmm.
Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
Nobody can drive these plagues away.
Mm.
Keep going.
It says, may any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Nah. May anyone quench the fire and stubble when it began to burn? Man, hey, specifics just speaking on the Maui situation. You know what I'm saying? Look how long that took, man. When that started to burn, man, look how many people. So one man can't even put that situation out, man. Come on,
Yep.
man. And it says, verse 7, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer?
No one, cause like it's not a boomerang.
Yep.
Like when Jake shoot a gun, you know, that bullet don't come back. He can't stop it once you pull the trigger. Same thing with these plagues. You know, keep going.
And it says, verse 8, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
No one. Esau can't. He tried to upset prophecy, but he can't do shit, man. You can't do nothing against the truth before it, man.
Right. And it says, and fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it?
Go ahead.
And he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid?
Says Jake, you know, women, especially the women, they get afraid too when they're thunder now. The loud ass cracking, boom sound. You take your ass in the house, cut off the lights, you know, cut off TV. You sit down and think. Man, Lord, man, right there. Go ahead.
Good. And it says, the Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his
And
presence?
that's coming, man.
Oh.
You seen Space Jam, them laser beams turning people to dust. This is coming when the UFOs come. What's it? Who should be utterly beaten to powder his presence? Zapping people. Second Ezra 13 chapter, man. Because UFOs are real.
That's right.
You know, and they are what chills of our salvation. Our waters that we part of the elect, man. You know, go ahead.
Verse 12, the earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the depth, from the deep, and the ways of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power.
No, real quick. You probably jumped there before I can. I'm on one page sticking Habakkuk 3 and 1. No, I'm here.
All right.
Habakkuk 3 and 1. It said, prayer of Habakkuk, the prophet upon Shaganath. So this is a prayer. Verse 2, O Lord, I have heard that speech and was afraid. Same thing when we heard this, you was afraid. Damn, you mean to tell me if I don't get right, I gotta die? I'm gonna be part of the second death. Lord come back with fire. Those things should scare you, man. Should put fear in your heart, man.
Especially if you believe, man.
The famine, World War III, famine's coming, cannibalism, all these catastrophic events coming. That should bring fear to your heart, man. So Prophet Habakkuk said what? Get back, man. It said, oh Lord, I have heard that speech and was afraid. Oh Lord, Yahweh, revive that work in the midst of the years, made known, and wrath, remember mercy, man. Going back with that. Then what it say? Let me see. Verse 8, jumping out of verse 8. Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thy anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea? That thou didst ride upon thy horses and thy chariots of salvation. Let you know Habakkuk was in the spirit, man. It was like, was you mad at the water, the rivers, the sea? You ride upon the chariots of salvation? Read that again.
And it says, verse 12 in 2nd Ezra 16, it says, the earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. The sea ariseth with waves from the deep, and the ways of it are troubled.
Waves of trouble. Was you displeased with the rivers? Keep going.
And the fishes thereof also before the Lord.
Go ahead.
And before the glory of his power.
Go ahead.
For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
Who is the right hand of the Lord?
Go ahead. And it says his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and he shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
So now you gotta ask yourself, wherever you know a bone arrow, you know they can be shot from here, from Memphis, all the way up to Hong Kong.
None.
So this guy be talking about what? The ICBM. And then you could just Google a nuclear missile. It look like an arrow, man. You know? That's right. Unto the ends of the world. Come on, man. Let's get it.
And it says, to the ends of the world, verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Keep going.
The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
Talking about America, man. Because once America get destroyed, it's the kingdom of heaven. And there's going to be no more war. No more sorrow, you know? So this the last time, man. And this plan not gonna happen again, you know, once America be destroyed, nuclear fire, man. Keep going.
And it says, like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward.
Go ahead.
Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again.
Shall not return again. So plagues is coming. There's no peace unto the wicked. And this is a wicked ass kingdom, a wicked ass society. So what make you think peace and safety is coming? You know, only destruction is Ezekiel 7:25. Let's get it. Then after that, we're just gonna jump down to verse 36.
All right. This is Ezekiel 7 and verse 25.
So these scriptures, prophecy jumping off the page, man. This whole book. You know? Mosquitoes coming out, it ain't even nighttime yet. The whole, the whole world is out of course, out of foundation. Fuck.
This is Ezekiel 7 and 25. Destruction coming, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
So ain't no peace coming. So start listening to your pork chop pastors, these false leaders. Only destruction is coming. Only evil. Nothing but evil is coming. That same chapter here, man. You know?
So jumping back to 2nd Ezra 16 and 17, and it says, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days?
And that's the spirit we gotta be in, man. You look at these guys, they in that spirit. We already in new covenant, so they're not with trouble then, man. If you already under new covenant, you don't got nothing to be worried about, man. You good.
You good.
You already saved. You in the Christian minds, you already saved. But the scripture said we are yet this day in that captivity. What it say? Seasons have passed. We are still not saved in Jeremiah. But he like, woe is me. Who gonna deliver me? So you ain't right with the Lord. Who gonna deliver you?
Man.
You fall out the truth. Who gonna deliver you? Woe unto you that have lost patience.
Oof.
Keep going.
Man, this is verse 18.
And the Habakkuk was like that, man. Was you mad and wrath remember mercy? Woe is me, woe is me. It's like
So this is back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Right, what are you gonna do when these plagues, the beginning of sorrow, which we in the stage of famine, what you gonna do when it actually here? If you had not been serving the Lord, using your grace period wisely, what are you gonna do? Ain't shit you can do but be in it. Which I would leave you in it. Ooh, let me see, get that fire this slug out.
The Lord ain't playing, man. So, in Hebrews, it's an evil thing to fall in the living hand of the Most High, man. Hey, come on. Then we just read Isaiah 45 and 7 in the NLT, man. That evil, he created evil, them bad times, man. What you gonna do when these bad times begin to come?
Yep.
What you get, right?
Man, this jump is lengthy though, but man, the famine word is coming. So fuck it. I know Jay got a short attention span. But it's,
save it.
Yeah. And 2nd Ezra 15 and 22, my right hand should not spare the sinners, and my sword should not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire is gone forth from its wrath, and had consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin, and keep not my commandments, said the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, you children, from the power that found not my sanctuary. For the Lord know all them that sin against him, and therefore deliver he them unto death and destruction. This is the point. Verse 27, 2nd Ezra 15:27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and you shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because you have sinned against him. That's it.
That's it.
Let's read that one more time.
So this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 18.
So you gonna be stuck like Chuck in those days, man. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, and what shall I do when these evils shall come?
Right, all the ones, because the Lord had not given us a license to sin. But all the ones say he nailed it to the cross. You can do what you want, live your best life. Now you gonna be stuck in them, man. Keep going.
Verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendments.
For a correction. Like when the shutdown happened in 2020, all that was a correction to get your mind right. But you niggas refused to hearken. Some of you took heed for a moment until they let you head back outside. It was over with, man. Now you living it up to the fullest, man. But now let's just jump down to 36.
Jumping down to 36, it says, behold, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Receive it.
Right, receive it. Put it in your pocket. Take it with you. Receive these words, because it's able to save your souls. James 1:21. Keep going.
And it says, behold, the Salakia. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 36. Behold, the word of the Lord. Receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake.
Right, false gods, false leaders. Go ahead.
Behold, the plagues draw now and are not slack.
Right, the plagues y'all are not slack. We seen it. These plagues ain't slacking them. Keep going.
It says, behold, the plagues draw now and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, and when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
They slack not a moment. Ain't no time out in that time, man. When a woman pregnant, she dealing with her child and birth, she can't pause. No time out. I need a break. No, she just gotta go through it and finish it out, man.
Hey, she can't tell it to return back. Like the plague, man.
Yo, chill out.
Yep.
Go
So
ahead.
this is back in 2 Ezra 16 and 39.
So this is a comparison, you know. Go ahead.
Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
So that's it.
Man,
That's just a comparison on it, man. It's like a domino effect, you know. So hey, pretty much that's it. You know, Abba Waters out of the lesson was edifying to the elect, you know, through the spirit power of Yahweh Shemashai. So once again, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kodash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach them well, and peace and love to the elect of the nation of Israel. With that, Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwame Mashallah.
Kwame Mashallah.
Wa ba ba.
Ba ba ba.